Alright guys, welcome back to the second weekly update for the Enigmatica 6 server. I still have this mess of the Enigmatica stuff here. I gotta find a spot for this. I will do that very soon. Um, but yeah, so I did stream a couple times last week. On Saturday I streamed for quite a while actually. I had a friend join me as well, and that kind of delayed what I wanted to build in Spawn. So I did not do anything in Spawn yet. However, I did mess with the Pneumaticraft stuff a little bit more. Including I actually figured out why I couldn't complete this quest. So the plastic sheets quest, even though when you click on it, it shows it the only requirement is the compressed iron ingots here. If you actually look at the task and look at the view dependencies here, there's 3 quests in total that it actually wants you to complete first. The first one is the air compressor, so we actually had that already, and then the compressed iron, which is the one that we did, and then the bucket of molten plastic. So this one is down here. And last time I think I only did, so I didn't do this quest because I only had one of them, one of these thermopneumatic processing plants. So I had to create 3 more of those, and then I got a bucket of LPG, and then that made the bucket of molten plastic. So yeah, so make sure you look at the dependencies here on the quest to make sure which quest you need to complete one, if the one is for some reason not completing for you. And yeah, so once we got that done, I was able to go through here, and this helped me make the PCB boards. And we needed the PCB boards. Actually, I did this part as well. Why didn't this complete? Oh, okay. I don't think I picked up the etching tank. Wow, I had this. I think I created this before. Alright, so I can do that. And yeah, I pretty much went through all this, and I did I think I only got up to here, the printed board. Yeah. So I didn't do the other stuff. Oops, I lost the quest book. Here we go. The assembly table. I did not do this yet. But looks like that gives you a legendary loot box, which is nice. And then there's an advanced liquid compressor and stuff like that. So that getting the printed circuit board allowed me to make the programmable, the programmer. And then it also wants us to make a drone here, which I could do that. Do I have everything? See, drone. Oh, I don't. I thought I had that stuff. I guess not. Okay, I guess not. It might be like in my bag or something. I don't know. But anyways, that's what I did to complete that quest. And like I said, I continued with the Pneumaticraft stuff, and I made the programmer because I thought it needed that for the harvesting drone. However, the harvesting drone, the collecting drone, um, all these drones here, like the guard and I think the logistics as well, maybe these are pre-programmed, I believe. The only ones that are not pre-programmed are the regular drones, and then those ones you could go in here and kind of set up what you want them to do, and you could make them pretty complicated from what I saw online. So yeah, but let me show you guys the drones I do have, which is the harvesting and the collecting drone. If you look over here, I don't have them running because for some reason, if you look at the what's called the charging station, you see how they have like a helipad on top. So that is coming from the dispenser upgrade. If I remove that, it just looks like this. All right. And this allows you, or should allow me to, for the drone to automatically come and charge whenever it goes under, I believe, 1 bar of pressure. However, I noticed that sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just doesn't go there for some reason. I don't know. Like, it seems to be some sort of bug, but I don't know what's causing it or what. I initially thought it was because maybe there's not enough pressure, but I had the what's it called, the pressurizer. What's it called here? The compressor. I had the compressor going 24/7 for a little bit, and they still didn't charge. So yeah, I'm not sure why that is. And actually, you can see here I made a mistake here. So when you place down the harvesting drone, um, you need to make sure in the slot, sorry, in the chest that they're gonna make it collect from, there is a hole on the first slot. So you gotta make sure that's a thing. There you go. And now it's gonna go ahead and collect. Oh, sorry, not collect, harvest. It does not collect. It keeps the stuff on the ground. That's why you need the collector drone. However, the collector drone I feel is slow compared to the harvesting drone, or maybe because it can't hold enough items. I don't know, but it seems to be pretty slow and doesn't catch up. Yeah, so that's a bit of a problem. I could keep them running for a little bit, but again, once they need a charge, they can't, and pretty much they're done. And then one other problem with the collector drone, because the rice is in the water, the collector drone needs to go inside to collect the stuff that's inside the water, and it takes damage and eventually drowns. So that's a bit of a problem, I guess, with my design here. So I might just, I don't know, I might just remove the rice here, and that should be good enough, I guess. And because I don't think we need that much rice. I've been doing this for a while right now, and we have quite a bit of it. I think I have more in our what's called our storage as well. Let me sleep here. All right. So, and yeah, so the other thing I said I was gonna do is the building at spawn. And like I said, that did not happen. Pretty much I had a friend join and we went out exploring instead, and I was trying to get a bunch of enchanted books. Specifically, I was looking for looting, not looting, fortune. I never found a fortune one, so I decided to try to get the enchant through the enchantment table. I finally got it. However, it took a while. It took a while, and I needed to get a bunch of XP. So what I did is the spawners that I had collected previously, I actually made a spawner room down here, and I gotta clean this up, make this look a little bit pretty. But these spawners, there's a creeper spawner and a wither skeleton spawner, and then I had them automatically die on those guys right there. It's a bit loud. Let me see if I can turn that down just a little bit. I think that should help. But yeah, so I had them dying on these, I guess, what are these? This guy right here, the player damage traps. So this drops player items from the mobs. I think it's the only item I found that does that, at least by default. So we get random diamond swords, iron stuff. I've been throwing a lot of this stuff away, but we also get some wither skull fragments. I noticed we don't get actual wither skulls, which is interesting, but the wither skull fragments, we can turn them into wither skulls. So we have a bunch of those. We can go fight the wither if we need to at any time now. And yeah, and I so a viewer actually joined the server. He recommended using modular routers for collecting the stuff, and this is a new mod I haven't messed around with pretty much. But it is pretty cool. So pretty much what's going on here is there's a vacuum module. I guess hold on. Let me start from the beginning. There is a box here called a modular router. Okay, and this guy accepts a bunch of different things here. All of these things up here, pretty much all these modules. And the one I'm using it for is the vacuum module. So I have two in here. And this is because one is collecting the items and one is collecting the experience. Okay. So the vacuum module over here by default, I think, does it show? If I press I, maybe operates in all directions. Okay, it doesn't show how the range is, but the range, oh, right there, range 6. So the range is 6, so 6 blocks around it, it'll start collecting items as long as it's in the module router, and you can add upgrades to it. For example, I added a fast pickup augment. Okay, so to add upgrades to the module has to be an augment, and then that allows it to pick up the items pretty much instantly. See how it kind of just went instant instead of normally when you pick up items they drag towards the player or the item that's picking it up. So it just picks them instantly. And same thing with the experience. So this guy over here, I have two augments. One is for the experience, so XP augment over here allows you to pick up experience. You can make it into bottle of enchantment, some memory essence bucket, or some essence bucket. I'm using the bottle of enchanting right now because the other two I can't seem to collect the experience from them, at least from what I found. So I'm just using the bottle of enchanting. That way I can collect experience if I ever need to, like, get some more books or something. And then um, once they collect those, you actually need a different module called a sender module. And you can have multiple of these if you want to send like different items to different places. But pretty much you can actually like filter it and stuff like that. But this, you just right click it on a chest or something and you can see it highlighted there, and it's gonna pretty much send the items in that. If this was fluid, I think you can send the fluids to a tank as well. And yeah, and then over here I have speed upgrades. But if you look at the other modules, there's a bunch of things you could probably do here. Like there's detector stuff, there's energy stuff. I don't know what this flinger stuff is. Fluid. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's player modules. I think it allows you to pretty much do player actions and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I would recommend to look into that if you haven't already. And then over here on the spawners, um, you can see right under spawners, I have under the spawn range, it shows redstone control and no AI. And you can see here, if I go up to them, they won't even attack me at all. They're not doing anything at all to me. That's because of the no AI is I guess a modification from Apotheosis, I think it's called, the mod. Yeah, this guy over here. So if you look at the spawner here, there's a bunch of different modifications you can do to the spawner itself. So what I have is the spawn count. I increased the spawn count on them. I did the no AI, and I did the spawn delay. So they actually spawn much faster than they normally would. Now, what I want to add is this ignore players. That way I don't need to be around it. And oh, I also added a redstone control. This guy right here. That way I can turn it on and off. Right now they're just set to on, but they have a lever on the side. But if I do like ignore players, for example, I can automatically set it to like turn on whenever I need something specific, and then turn it off when I don't need it anymore, right? And it'll work even if I'm not here. But to get this, we need an elder eye, which I'm assuming we get from the elder. And I haven't really gone out exploring in the ocean too much, although I do want to, because I need that. And I also needed, I think it was this, the activation range. Can't remember. There's something else I kind of wanted as well. Oh, max entities. I think this is it. Yeah, I need some prismarine crystals for this, so I got to do that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And that same Apotheosis mod actually has a bunch of stuff for enchanting too. I was looking into this a little bit. So specifically, I was looking into where's it, the library. There's two libraries. There's this one. Here we go. The first one. So this guy will let you pretty much store a bunch of enchanted books in one spot. That will free up that big chest I have upstairs with a bunch of books. However, to do that, I need, oops, not you. I need to make these infused hell shelves over here. And to get those, I needed to get some regeneration potions and some blaze rods. And I just haven't done that yet. I need to get some more gas for the regeneration potions. I don't think there's another way to get them, right? Pretty sure it's gas tier that you need for them. Let me double check here. Yeah, gas tier. Oh, there's glistering dates. If I can find, oh, you know what? Maybe I can grow the dates. Because if I can do that, then I can get the regeneration potions and get that library going. Because that is going to be very helpful for sure. Here we go. I want to talk to you. Date. Nope. Nope, there's no dates. All right, yeah. So I don't have any. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've done in between, I guess, in the last week. Tonight I will be on live, and I will be working on the spawn building a little bit, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be working on it too, and hopefully by the end of tomorrow it will be ready to serve some people some food in the restaurant. All right, guys, I think that is gonna be it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little summary. If you want to see more, you want to see me live, go to twitch.tv/drodriguezgaming. Again, I'm usually live on Fridays, Saturdays, and usually like on Wednesday on during the week. So yeah, anyways, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day.